So the best thing is to be successful and happy. But if you choose between to be successful or to be happy, which one you choose? Choose to be happy as well. What I can do is success if I'm not happy, right? So we're talking about successful marriage is to do whatever you can to make your marriage successful. But the happiness, something else. Something come from both sides. Everyone try to make himself happy and make the other side happy. The secret about the happiness of in marriage is to try to make yourself happy, to be connected to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and to avoid the stress and anxiety from yourself. Because if the anxiety or the stress enters the house, it is like a disease. It will go to the rest of the family, right? So try to not bring the anxiety or the stress to your house. And if you see any sign of this stress or anxiety in one of the family, you have to quickly treat it and cure it as mother or as father. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He said in the Quran, هُنَّ لِبَاسٌ لَكُمْ وَأَنْتُمْ لِبَاسٌ لَهُنَّ. You are covered for her and she is covered for you. So both, it is a company, it is a partnership. One side cannot do everything. So both sides must work hard to make this family happy and successful. And remember that every woman wants her husband to be Ali ibn Abi Talib. So tell yourself this, you have to be Fatima first, to see your husband as Ali. And husband, you must be Ali to see your wife as Fatima. So start with yourself. The da'wah saying that start with yourself and then call others. أصلح نفسك وادعو غيرك. You cannot ask someone to follow the guidance and you don't follow the guidance. So you have to practice in yourself first, and normally or naturally others will copy you and will follow you. The connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the secret of the happiness. And as long, when the two sides of the family, husband and wife, come close to Allah, they will meet each other in the straight path. If they turn away from the straight path, okay, they will have trouble and they will find themselves in the gap. They have gap between each other because they are, except if they are both in the wrong way, which is more disaster. If one of them is in the right path and the other is astray, and he or she tried to bring him to, it's okay, it's good, there is hope. But if both of them are with the shaitan, this is gonna be a disaster. So the best way for the two couples, for the husband and wife, to have the happiness, each one of them practice Islam and be with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, bring the hidayah to the house by himself. Normally, naturally, they will find themselves in happiness. Because if she recites Quran and he recites Quran, if she pray at night and he prays at night, the Sakina will come to the house. The Malaika will live in this house. Shaitan will run away. So there is no reason to see any trouble or any misunderstanding, because how this will happen if the Malaika surround this house, live in this house, and no shayateen, because Quran is recited day and night, salah, dua, adhkar, okay? One of the secret also of the successful or the happy marriage is respect. The respect from both sides. The husband respect the wife and the wife respect the husband. Our husband and wife, there is no barriers between us. No, it must be a distance of respect between the husband and wife. Okay? And this is very, very important. Also, one of the secrets of the successful and the happy marriage is privacy. The husband should respect the privacy of his wife, and the wife should respect the privacy of the husband. So there is no open the social media or his phone or his contacts behind his back. This is not acceptable between husband and wife. And the same, the husband cannot open the phone and spy on his wife. This is disrespect, and this is not acceptable. It must be trust. Okay, the trust, blinded trust between both sides. So these two, privacy and respect, it will bring sakina and mawadda. There is statistics say that more than 70% or 75%, if I'm not sure, around this number, the divorce, okay, happened for the love story, the marriage after love story. So both love each other and married after story of love, and they got divorced. 70% of the divorce for the marriage of after love story. And so the most of the marriage that are successful and happy, the classic marriage. I'm not saying that you marry someone you don't like, but you should accept him or she should accept you. It's called qabul, acceptance. Okay, the love come after. But if you refuse, if you don't like him, that's okay. You don't have to. So you say I don't love him. The love comes after the marriage, because you're not allowed to love someone is stranger. Love means heart and is stuff, hormones or this is not allowed. You are not allowed to love a woman as a man. You're not allowed to love a woman that is not halal for you. It's not your wife. Okay? It's not allowed. You cannot think about a woman that's stranger for you. And also the girl, you cannot, it's haram, it's not halal, it's not allowed to think about a man that is not your husband. Maybe he wants to marry you, so you look at him, talk to him, ask him questions, and you have nothing against him, you like him. But you cannot love until you have marriage contract, or katb kitab, Any question?
Yes.
Yes.
So what is successful marriage? As you said, what is successful marriage? How would you define successful marriage?
Successful marriage, not happy marriage.
both ways, both ways.
Successful marriage, everything is matching, and there is no trouble, there is no problem. They have nothing financially. They respect each other, but they are not happy. You know something? No, they are not happy. But there is no problem. There is nothing wrong with the marriage. Marriage is very successful. Okay, they bought apartments and financially they grow. Social network, excellent, but they are not happy. So they need to talk someone to see what's wrong. Because successful marriage is supposed to be happy marriage. Okay? Yes. Yeah, a woman came to Rasulullah and she said, you know, there is nothing wrong with my husband, but I don't love him. Nothing wrong with his deen, his hollow, his manner, but I don't love him. I cannot. So Rasulullah said, are you sure? She said yes. So Rasulullah said, come, ثابت بن قيس. ردي عليه الحديقة طلقها تطليقا. He gave her a garden, like a farm, as a dowry. You know? So she asked the divorce. Rasulullah said, give him back his garden or his farm, and Sabit divorce her one time. So nothing can force a woman to live with someone she doesn't like or she cannot live with. They have wrong idea about Islam. Islam gives the freedom, the full freedom for the girl to choose. Even after marriage, they can decide to divorce. Okay? A woman came to Rasulullah, complained her father. He want to marry her to his nephew. يريد أن يرفع بي خسيسته. He want to honor his nephew by marrying to him. He want to raise his nephew to be in his status, so he want to give him his daughter. So she feel like disappointed. I'm not for sale. So Rasulullah he called him and said, you cannot do that. She must agree. So are you happy? She said, yes, I'm happy. But I agree to marry him. Why? What happened? Said, just I want to make a point. I want to make my point that the girl can choose and can say no. Okay? This is Islam. People have wrong idea about our deen, our Islam. Okay, any question? Sisters, you have any question, you can send it. No question?
When you're waiting, I want to ask a question.
Yes.
So many sisters, immigrant, came from one land to here. Like sisters married to a husband and came from another land, like from Egypt or from Bangladesh. So when they come here, now they had a social life when they were at home. Once they came here, the social life has been like a disturbed. They don't have a friend here. Now for a human to be socialized, they need to also have social life outside of the family bondage as well. What would you suggest for them? Especially the sisters or brother came from another land, were here, and they don't have a social life. How they can have a social life in addition to the family life as well?
Yeah.
The social life important to have a happy life.
It can cause anxiety and psychological troubles, problem I, it is, يعني, we can deal it case by case, but for this sister, we need to make her happy. By sending her back for a vacation, by finding a way to make her social life, make her social life busy. We have to find a way, husband and wife together, or with the discussion of all people, or people they go through this before.
How mosque can play a role into that? Can mosque play a role into that?
Of course, yes. The Muslim community needs to come together and create kind of social life for, especially for those come new in this country, and because it's completely different lifestyle between here and there, and you can see that when you bring your parents here, they cannot afford it. They say for 1 week, say, we go back. You cannot live here for a long time. After like he paid money for the attorney and get the green card for his mom, she came for 1 week and said, no, let me go. I cannot live here because the lifestyle is different from her life. She goes, her sisters, neighbors, go to market, walk around. Here they cannot. So we have to, for the new couples that come or new immigrants, we have to have a program from the experiences, from the people that went through this before. They give some steps and some program to go to help them pass this time or this period of time. It's very important. Yes. Yes.
I don't know, it's not a question, it's a request.
Request.
They didn't hear the question, so if you could repeat the question that he asked.
Which question?
The question that.
The last question?
Yeah.
He's asking if a family that moved from Middle East or from back home to United States as a new immigrant, and there is no social life, so they feel like lonely. So how we can help them? So I said that with the community, families, family gathering, and if the husband can send her back to home, like after 2-3 months, for 1 month and come back, it help a lot. This transition, the back and forth, she can adjust it. But to let her live for first time, like 1 year or 2 years, this can cause shock, especially for sister. Jazakumullah khair. You have a question? Okay.
Yeah, I have a question. So, for married couples that, especially the younger generation, they're hesitating to have a lot of them have kids. What's your advice for younger Muslims that maybe they're worried because everything's getting so expensive and there's not a lot of Islamic school and things, and maybe they don't know if they want to stay in America? What's your advice for younger husband?
Okay. If they do their homework and choose each other based on the criteria.
Can you repeat the question?
The question, the young brothers and sisters, they scared to, after they got married, to have kids because financially and educationally, the situation, they are not sure that they will have Islamic education for their kids, and they have enough income to cover the expenses. Okay, so if they choose each other based on this Islamic criteria, there is no reason to fear that they have kids. The risk is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. To think that I don't like to have kids because I don't have money, I don't have risk, this is shirk. You cannot do that. You do your job and try to make income, work hard, and leave the rest to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because they come with the risk. ولا تقتلوا أولادكم خشية إملاق نحن نرزقهم وإياكم. We have risk for them and for you. So the risk for your kids is not your responsibility, is for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For education, I know some kids born and raised here, they memorize Quran with different crowd. No? Family, and they have homeschooling, and now they are medical doctors. They finished medical school and now practice medicine. They are successful medical doctors. Memorize Quran with more than one Qur'an. I am the one who teach them Qur'an, so I know them. I'm not talking about somebody told me. I'm talking about people that I teach them Quran. Okay. So if you have intention and you are serious to raise your kids Islamically in this country, you can. Okay. So there is no excuse. If you want, it will happen. Okay? But don't have kids and you don't make any efforts and you expect them to be Ibn Taymiyyah or Ibn Qayyim. How that happen? So if you give one effort back home, you need to do double efforts here or triple efforts here. Yes, you need to do a lot more than there, more than back home. But it's possible. And see, you can, mashallah, I see very good examples. Before Maghrib, I saw Mahmoud Khalil and his wife, mashallah, very proud of them. His wife, Mona, with hijab, mashallah, she speak with very strong and no fear. You know, those, if they live or raised back home, they cannot be like this. So we have advantage in this country, but you don't use it. Okay? If you choose to send them back, this is a good option too. I don't say no, but I'm saying that you can do whatever you want if you want, and take the asbab to it. Okay? Because some people, they have no option to send their kids back. They cannot go there. They will be in trouble, or they don't have family there, or the situation worse than here. I was talking to my mom like a couple of years ago. I was thinking to send my kids. She said, no, you don't know what's going on here. You think that the society here is safe? No, it's not like before. So sometimes you feel that send them back home is good idea. You have to be with them, or you have to secure a certain kind of environment for them. So sometimes to have them with you, monitor them, raise them under your supervision is much better than to send them back without a supervisor. Okay? Alhamdulillah. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.